I have the faith to see the invisible, expect the incredible, to feel the intangible. Faith that can conquer anything. Whatever you're going through, I don't know what it is. I do know that faith is one of the best things that you can count on to pull you through. And when I say faith, I'm not talking about, like, I've learned how to have this scientific relationship with faith. I don't really know how else to explain it. And that's because I was raised in the church. So a lot of times in the church, quote unquote, religious world, faith has to do with religion, or faith is almost a prayer, like a begging. Like, oh, I want to believe. It's going to work for me. This is going to work. It's going to work. You know, something like that. Since I've awakened to this newer perspective of God, I now see faith on a whole nother level, which is why I wanted to share that song and share this insight with you. When you're going through something, if you take responsibility for whatever you're dealing with, it gives you power. And I know a lot of us don't want to say it's my fault that that bad thing happened to me, or that I'm in this bad spot, or I'm with this bad person. But if you take responsibility for it, that means you can change it. If you have no part in why it happened, then the world really is out of your hands and your future really is out of your control. And I don't believe that. So I believe that our faith attracts what happens next. It attracts our life situations, our life partners, our friends, our happiness, our sadness, based off of what we believe. And our beliefs come from our surroundings, how we were raised, our friends, what we watch on TV, what we listen to on the radio, what we think about over and over and over again. A lot of times what we think about over and over and over again comes from our surroundings, how we were raised, what we listen to, what our friends do, what we see on TV. And that molds our beliefs. And so if we believe a certain thing, then that thing that we believe becomes reality. It becomes solid. It becomes hard. It goes from like this wavy possibility to something that is certain. And if you can look around at your surroundings, at your situations, especially if it's, we'll do this exercise whether you like your life or whether you don't. Look at what's happening and try and pinpoint your life situation to a belief that you have about that. Where you're at right now, did you once say, I knew this was going to happen? Or this is what happens when you do this? Or this is inevitable. You can't get around it, so I might as well deal with it. Or it might be something good, like your life situation might be good because you might be very financially wealthy because everyone in your family is financially wealthy. So it's something normal for you. You've never been without. So without finances. So it might be easy for you to make money because your belief about money is very solid and it's very real. Well, what I want to share with you today is anything that you want to change in your life, you can. Henry Ford has this quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because your thoughts are so powerful. You are so powerful. If you don't want what's happening to you right now, change your belief about it. Change what you think about it. And I know it might not be easy because our beliefs about life, especially when it comes to religion, has been built from, it's been instilled into us from really, really young years. So you have to reprogram yourself to believe something different. But the world is open to your grandest imagination. Whatever you can believe you can have it. And that's what faith is. Faith is more than just hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's not hope. It's that real thing of what you hope for. So you easily have faith about money because you don't even really have to hope for money. It's right there. The substance of it is before you. So you already know what it tastes like. You know what it feels like. You know what it smells like because you have it before you all the time. If there's a certain food that you eat all the time, you don't have to work for it because you know what it tastes like. You know what it smells like. It's easy for you to get that because your senses are aware of that substance. So faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you have to believe in what it is that you want as if it's already real. So practice with something that you have already. If you're really good at finding pennies on the ground, practice with that. And start to become aware of how often you see pennies on the ground. And then start to expect to see pennies on the ground. And I guarantee you, you'll see more and more and more and more. Or whatever it is that you see often or that you have very easily in your life, take control of that. And start to train yourself to be aware that you are creating that in your life. See that it's happening and then say, I did that. I created that. I believe that. And believe in it even more. Make it even more evident that your belief is making this manifest in your life. So if you want something to change, you're going to have to change your belief about it, but it doesn't happen overnight. You have to change your faith on that perspective. You have to be able to believe in it as if it's already done, as if it's already done. So you have to practice that feeling in your body with something that you're already aware of being done in your life easily. If you easily find friends, then use that. If you easily have people just come up and walk to give you a hug, use that. But whatever it is in your life, pay attention to what happens frequently and take control of that. And say, I did that. I manifested that because I believe in that without even thinking about it. And then pay attention to what that belief feels like in your body. And then begin to practice that on harder subjects. If it doesn't happen right away, maybe back to another level of belief on something that you might want to change subtly. And then you can build up to those larger and harder things, what seems to be harder in your life. It's just you have to really break through those calluses that have been built around that belief. But it's possible. You can change whatever you will. Whatever you will. Your world is yours. You just have to take ownership of it and be ready to change. You can't, there's something in the Bible that says you can't pour new wine in old wineskins. It's no good anymore. So what you have to do, you might have to get a new body. You might have to get a new mind. You might find things that change about you. As I have evolved, a lot of things have evolved with me. Just because our cells are programmed to do certain things. Like if you see someone who's stressed out or depressed all the time, their skin shows it. Their hair shows it. The way that they walk shows it. Their posture shows it. When you become more confident, you begin to take care of yourself more. You eat different things. You walk different. So you literally change with your beliefs. So be willing to change. Be willing to evolve as your emotions and feelings and beliefs evolve into what it takes to be the person that believes in what you need to believe to manifest the life that you want to manifest. Hey, I know that's a lot, but if you have any questions, drop a line in the comment feed and we can dig into it as we have the time to do so. All right, peace out and make it a great day because you can.